Welcome back to B&B for Phone. Today is a beautiful, drama-filled day to dive deep into the soapy chaos of Los Angeles. Grab your coffee, settle into your favorite spot, and let's get ready to unpack some explosive rumors and confirmed spoilers that will absolutely leave your jaw on the floor. We have so much juicy material to discuss today, so let's jump right into the madness. We already know from the confirmed timeline that a massive physical altercation is brewing between Will Spencer and R.J. Forrester at Forrester Creations. The tension has been building for weeks. The catalyst? Ivy Forrester's completely toxic manipulation of Elektra's intercepted letter has finally been exposed by the brave duo of Daphne and Dylan. But here's the surprise. The fallout from this exposure isn't just going to result in raised voices and angry glares. It is going to get physical, and the consequences might alter the landscape of our favorite families forever. Can you believe it? The successor characters are literally throwing punches in the design rooms. Let's be honest, we all knew Will and R.J. were on a collision course. Will is absolutely furious, reeling from the realization that his relationship with Elektra was sabotaged by Ivy's controlling schemes. He just shared a bittersweet, heartbreaking goodbye with Dylan, who gracefully bowed out and moved out of the beach house so Will could fix things with Elektra. But instead of a romantic reunion, Will walks right into the smug, arrogant face of R.J. Forrester. R.J. has been working overtime, kissing Elektra's hands and bad-mouthing every Spencer he can name to his mother, Brooke. R.J. is fully channeling the aggressive, dominant genes of his grandfather, Massimo Marone. And you won't believe what happens next when these two alpha males clash over the woman they both want. There has been a lot of wild speculation in the fan community about where this explosive fight goes down and who gets caught in the crossfire. Some fans have wondered if this dramatic showdown might happen at a younger hangout spot like Bikini Bar or Il Giardino. But let's pause and think about that for a second. Deacon Sharp owns Il Giardino, and while he is in his 50s and frequently hangs around the younger crowd, seeing our beloved patriarch Eric Forrester at a youth-centric beach bar seems highly inappropriate and out of character. Eric is in his 80s. He isn't going to be sipping cocktails at Bikini Bar while the 20-somethings brawl. That's crazy. So, it makes perfect sense that this inevitable clash happens right in the heart of Forrester Creations, a place where Eric constantly roams the halls to check on his legacy. And this brings us to the most terrifying plot twist of all. What if Eric Forrester walks into the room just as the physical violence erupts? We can all predict Eric getting in the way of this testosterone-fueled disaster. Imagine the scene. R.J. is throwing predictable, nasty insults at Will. R.J. is probably calling Will a loser, mocking the Spencer name, and bragging about how Elektra is moving on with a real Forrester. Will, whose Spencer temper is already running dangerously hot, completely loses his mind and lashes out. He throws a massive, devastating punch aimed right at R.J.'s smug jaw. But R.J. ducks, or maybe Eric bravely steps between them, desperately thinking he is protecting his grandson. Regardless of the mechanics of the slow-paced plot suddenly shifting into high gear, the result is an absolute nightmare. Will's heavy punch connects with Eric. Or perhaps Will punches R.J., and the sheer force of the blow sends R.J. crashing backward into his elderly grandfather, knocking Eric violently to the ground. Amazing. Well, not amazing for Eric, but amazing for the sheer suspense and drama of the show. Let's dive deep into the psychological horror of this moment. Eric Forrester is a beloved senior citizen. He is the heart and soul of this fashion dynasty. His health has been incredibly fragile in recent years. A physical blow, a harsh fall to the hard floor of the CEO office, or the sheer shock of the violence could easily trigger a massive medical emergency. We are talking about everyone screaming in panic, calling 911, and rushing Eric to the hospital in an ambulance with sirens blaring. The image of the great Eric Forrester lying broken on the floor because of a petty love triangle is enough to give any longtime viewer chills. If this scenario plays out, the fallout for Will Spencer will be catastrophic. Will is going to be instantly branded as a violent monster. It will not matter one single bit that it was an accident. It will not matter that R.J. provoked him with nasty, calculated words. In the eyes of the Forrester family, and more importantly in the eyes of Elektra, Will is the man who brutally attacked a beloved elderly patriarch. That's the end of the line for him. Any lingering chance he had of repairing the damage Ivy caused and winning Elektra back will vanish into thin air. How could Elektra ever look at Will the same way again? She is already overwhelmed and torn, but violence against an innocent old man is a hard line that no one can ignore. Elektra's psychological reaction to this will be fascinating to watch. She has been trying to figure out if she should reunite with Will or explore this new, undeniable attraction to R.J. But if Will puts Eric in the hospital, Elektra's choice will be made for her. She will run straight into R.J.'s arms, seeking comfort and stability, completely alienated by Will's explosive Spencer rage. Will's tragic flaw, his inability to control his anger when pushed by a rival, will cost him everything he has been fighting for. Dylan is gone, Elektra will be gone, and Will be left entirely alone, drowning in guilt and public disgrace. And let's not forget the massive family war this will ignite. Oh my goodness, the legacy feud between the Forresters and the Spencers will explode like a powder keg. Bill Spencer will fiercely defend his son, claiming R.J. started it and that it was a tragic accident. Katie Logan Spencer, who is already in a vicious corporate battle with Brooke over trying to poach Hope Logan for her new fashion house, will be backed into a corner. Donna Logan will be in absolute hysterics, terrified for her beloved honey bear Eric. The Logan sisters will be torn apart. Meanwhile, Steffy Forrester Finnegan will absolutely lose her mind. Steffy is already dealing with the headache of Elektra threatening to quit if Ivy isn't fired. If Steffy finds out that Will Spencer nearly killed her grandfather in her own building, she will banish him, press charges, and declare all-out war on the Spencers. And think about Ridge. Ridge is currently fielding a highly seductive, manipulative offer from Brooke to replace Steffy as co-CEO. Ridge is uncomfortable, but considering it. But if his father is rushed to the hospital because Brooke's son R.J. was fighting with Katie's son Will, Ridge might snap. He might blame Brooke's family for bringing this toxic energy into Forrester Creations. The ripple effects of this one accidental punch could destroy Brooke's carefully laid plans to secure the co-CEO spot for herself. It is absolutely brilliant writing if the show goes this route. It takes a simple teenage love quadrangle and elevates it to a high-stakes, life-or-death family tragedy. It forces every single legacy character to choose a side. Will the show use replacement actors or stunt doubles for this dramatic fall? Who knows? But the suspense is literally killing me. Will Spencer is about to learn the hardest lesson of his life. When you play with fire, you don't just burn yourself, you burn the people you love. What do you guys think? Do you believe Eric will rush into the middle of this fight and end up in a hospital bed? Do you think Will can ever redeem himself if he is the reason Eric suffers a major health crisis? Or do you think R.J. is equally to blame for pushing Will to the breaking point? Let me know your wildest theories and predictions down in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and I can't wait to discuss this explosive storyline with all of you.
What do you guys think about today's drama? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for your daily dose of bold and beautiful news. See you in the next video.